Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This video is gonna be about all of the products that I finished in the month of January. I do have some declutter as well. Some product had gone bad on me and some products just don't fit my life anymore. They need to go. I do have some makeup, some skincare, a little bit of hair care. So if you're curious, please keep on watching. I guess we'll just start with the makeup because that's always the fun part. Unless you like the other stuff, but let's just go ahead and get started with the makeup. Usually I leave the makeup to the end. The first product that I finished is this Ulta Beauty brow tint in the shade is medium. This was pretty nice. It did tint the brows, but it did not set them in place. So they still were flexible, they could still move, but they are tinted. So if you have spare spots in your brows, this would be a good option. Just a side note, it doesn't really hold them in place. Okay, the second item is this NARS Pore and Shine Pore and Shine Control Primer. I really actually enjoyed this product. It's something that I would consider repurchasing or buying the full size of. I felt like it was more mattifying than pore controlling, if that makes any sense. I did really enjoy it, but I am pretty happy that it's done, and it's definitely something I did really like. The third item is this Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Powder, and this is the shade Blossom Glow. I am so happy I'm finally done with this guy. It wasn't a project for the past 5 months. I wasn't using it every single day, and it was not full when I put it in that project, but this guy's completely gone. This is the first full-size highlighter I ever finished, but this is the third highlighter I ever finished in my collection or in my lifetime doing makeup. So, yay! I did go ahead and finish this Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer in the shade is light medium beige. I know that Wet n Wild expanded their shade range, but when I was using this, they had very limited shade range. So it wasn't like the absolute perfect concealer for me for under my eye. It would have been good for spot concealing on my face, but for under my eye, it wasn't super brightening. It was concealing, but not very brightening. It was, I would say, like medium coverage. It wasn't a thick formula. It wasn't a drying formula, so that was pretty nice. It was more of a natural finish. I did really enjoy it. I was pretty happy with it. Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara. This guy, I haven't had it open for a long time, but it started flaking on me really badly. Less than 3 months open. There's still a lot of product in here, and I feel so sad about it because it's not completely empty, but it's been flaking really badly. Honestly, I will not repurchase this. I have found a lot of other mascaras from the drugstore that I like a lot better than this, that do give me the volume that this does for a fraction of the price. I think I have a couple like sample size deluxe samples left of this, but I will not repurchase this specific one. I guess I don't know if we would consider this makeup or skincare, but we'll go ahead and talk about it. But this is the e.l.f. Eye Refresh. You basically apply it under your eye for a soothing effect. I applied it usually before makeup. It didn't like do anything much other than it feels really nice. It's cooling, so if you wake up with like a little bit of puffiness, that was pretty nice to use. Hanalei Sugar Lip Scrub, finally finished this guy too. I am so happy. This guy is absolutely empty. It smelled really good. I thought it reminded me a lot of like margaritas. Pretty happy to have finished it. And then the last makeup empty is the Telescopic Carbon Black by L'Oreal. I did really enjoy how small this brush was, so it's really nice for tight lining. I had it open for a little too long, so it started irritating my eyes. I think I had it open for more than 6 months. And I think the shelf life, or they tell you for mascaras, 3 to 6 months is when you really need to replace them, so it was time. Okay. So those are my makeup empties. Now let's go ahead and talk about skincare, and then we will do the last thing we will do in this video would be the declutters. Okay, so for skincare, the first thing that I finished is this e.l.f. Bounce Back Jelly Cleanser. My goodness, I absolutely loved this thing. I had first heard about it from, I don't want to be butchering her channel name or her name, think it's Gothamista, and she had talked about how good this is from the drugstore. It left my skin clean. It smelled really good because it's coconut infused with hydrating coconut, but it did not strip my skin. I wouldn't recommend it like a makeup remover, but it's like a last steps like face wash. It was absolutely wonderful. I will definitely repurchase. This is like what, $8 from e.l.f. When they have their 50% off event, this actually goes on 50% off. You can find it at Walmart and at Target. Absolutely recommend it. If you have a problem with products like face cleanser stripping your skin, this is absolutely perfect. But I do use it with the Clarisonic, or I was using it with my Clarisonic, and I would use it after I had removed my makeup. And one of the products that I finished that I had used to remove my makeup was this Tatcha Pure One Step Camellia Cleansing Oil. This guy was really nice. It left my skin very plumped, kind of hydrated. But again, this was not like perfect for removing a full face of makeup with like dark smoky eyes or tons of mascara, but it was really good. I really enjoyed it. I've used one of these before. At this point, I don't know that I will repurchase this because I found something else like a cleansing balm that actually works on the amount of makeup that I wear a little bit better than this. But if you wear like natural minimal makeup, this would be amazing. And then follow it with this guy. Oh, perfect. Okay, I finished up the Mud Masky Facial Detox Purifying Recovery Mask. This wasn't a project, and I'm pretty happy to be done with it. I don't know, I feel like with masks like this, I don't really, because I don't use them on a daily basis. Like you can't use every single day. You can't use this guy every single day. I use it occasionally, and then I have a deluxe sample. So it's not like I'm using it for a prolonged amount of time to know like, did it really do anything for my skin? It was nice. It was a nice treat. My skin definitely felt clean and like bright after using it. I'm not gonna repurchase, as simple as that, because I do have a lot of other face masks that I really need to finish up. So when I would apply that face mask, when I go to remove it, I'd use this guy, and this is by Eco Tools. It's like a mask removal sponge. So basically I would wet my face after, you know, like to wash that off, wet my face, and I would scrub it off with this. It's perfect. It removed the mask really nicely. It does have like the little pore, so it's a little porous, so it actually does kind of exfoliate as well. It was pretty nice, but I feel like I've had this for a long time open, so kind of got a little grossed out of it. I'm gonna go ahead and toss it. I have the Cetaphil Gentle Skin Cleanser. This is a repurchase for me, like an always repurchase this product for me. So the way I use this guy is I would get like a cotton pad. I would pump like one pump on a cotton pad. I would wipe away like my eyeshadow, my makeup, and then I would go with the cleansing oil and then like the cleanser. This is very gentle. The way I've changed my skincare routine right now is when I use the cleansing balm, I do the cleansing balm at first, and then I go in with a couple pumps of this to remove excess makeup, and then I go with a cleanser on the Clarisonic. That works really well. Super gentle. I highly recommend it if you have like very sensitive skin. Again, if you wear natural makeup, not a lot of makeup, something like this would even be enough, and then go in with a cleanser like the e.l.f. cleanser. That would work too. I will continue to repurchase this. I buy the big size from Costco. I think they come a pack of 2. I will always do it. Something I've been using since 2005 probably. So okay, for body lotion, I finished up the Aveeno Baby Lavender and Vanilla Calming Comfort Lotion. I had received like a kit when I had my son, or a set, and this was one of them, but he was very sensitive to fragrance, so I stopped using on him and I used it on myself. It's really nice. I used to use it right before bed because the lavender is actually really calming. I would recommend it if something, you know, it was very hydrating too. I enjoyed it. I finished up Victoria's Secret Amber Romance Shimmering Lotion. This was really nice. It smelled really nice. The Amber Romance is one of my favorite scents from Victoria's Secret. This was like a holiday edition thing, collection, I don't know what you call it. So it was shimmery. I can't find it anymore, but I have repurchased the Amber Romance itself, like the body lotion, just not the shimmery one. Another body lotion or body butter is this lavender body butter. I bought this from Spike's Market in Seattle. Smells so good. Again, this is something I used to use in the evening, like right before bed, because the scent of the lavender, like the lavender smell in here, was very soothing. If I ever go back, I would repurchase. At this point, I don't see myself going back, so I don't know that I'll purchase. It was like a trip that I took with my family, so it's not like it's easily accessible for me. This guy is like all natural products in here, so that was pretty nice too. Okay, one more lotion, or body lotion, or hand lotion. This is by Pink, and this is the coconut hand cream with shea butter. This smelled really nice. It was very hydrating and left my hands feeling very soft, but it's nothing spectacular. It's like any other hand lotion. I guess what they did is, like, you know, sometimes you use a hand lotion and your hands are immediately dry after you wash your hands. It wasn't the case with this one. Okay, a couple more empties. The Body Shop Tahitian Tiare body wash. I bought this and another one from Ulta a while back, and I think the Body Shop is discontinuing these, or they did discontinue these, because I've been seeing some of these at TJ Maxx or Marshalls. This was really nice. It did have a really nice scent, like very tropical kind of scent. I do have a lot of body washes. I'm not gonna go hunting for this specific one, but it was really nice. It lasted me a really long time. It would lather really well. Okay, I do have some skincare samples. Oh, let's do this one. Let's do this Lush. This was a bath bomb. This was almost a year old, and I used it and it was still very fizzy, so I was really happy with that. Okay, little skincare samples. This is by Karaz Black Pine Anti-Aging Firming and Lifting Sleep and Facial. I really enjoyed it. It was highly fragranced though, so. And then 8 Cosmetics Confidence in a Cream, Confidence in a Cleanser. This was pretty nice. It wasn't as gentle as the e.l.f. product was, but it was really nice. It was definitely cleansing. It is a little foaming, so it was a little bit stripping still. But it was actually pretty nice. One of the better face washes I've used. I finished up, what brand is this? This is, I think, Freeman. Hydrating Cactus and Cloudberry Water Gel Mask. This said leave on mask, but I applied it 10 minutes, really thick layer for 10 minutes, and then I went ahead and washed it. I don't know. My skin looked, you know, radiant after it, but hydrated, I don't know. Okay, we do have a couple products that are always in here. Toothpaste, Colgate, Optic White, I will always repurchase. I have a Crest Gum Detoxify. I do take these with me on travel, so I will purchase a small size like this. Renew Multi-Purpose Solution. I take these with me on travel as well, so I will be buying this. Contact Lens Cleanser. And then my preferred, you know, contact lens cleanser is this Clear Care Plus. I do use this when I'm at home because I don't want to travel with a bottle this big and have to check my bags. And now let's go ahead and do the very few hair care that I went through. I finished a shampoo and a conditioner Revive sample. They were okay. I finished up the Shea Moisture Daily Hydration Leave-In Treatment. I did not like this guy as much as I like another one from the brand that's like the yogurt one. It's a blue bottle. I like that one a little bit more than this, but this was okay. I would spray it when my hair is damp, then brush my hair, and then I go in with other hair care products. Now let's talk about the declutters that I have for the month. Okay, so for makeup declutters, I have this palette by Wet n Wild, and this is the Petal Pusher. This is really old in my collection. It is all matte. Wet n Wild doesn't make these anymore. They kind of changed like their formula and stuff, so they don't make this anymore. It's not really my favorite, or wasn't my favorite palette from them, so I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this. And I just dropped it. Hopefully it didn't break on my carpet. I do have an Ofra long-lasting liquid lipstick, and this is the shade Verona. This shade does not look very good on me, so I'm gonna go ahead and pass it on to my sister-in-law. I have a lipstick, it's La Beauté Fatale, and this is the shade Vibrate. Again, this is not a color that I actually tend to go for. It's very like orchidy purple shade. Not really my favorite. I'm gonna go ahead and pass it on. And then I also have this liquid lipstick by Ofra as well. And this is Sao Paulo. This was just washed me out. Looked like I had concealer lips. Not really what I like. I'm going to go ahead and pass that on. Another lip product is by Jaycan. This is the Hydrating Lip Stain. I'm not sure what the shade name is, but this feathered all over my lip line. I'm going to go ahead and throw that out. Wet n Wild Come Correct Celebrity Concealer. This actually went bad on me before I could finish it. It smelled pretty bad last time I tried to use it. So I figured I'm not even going to put it on my skin and risk it. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. Another product that went bad on me is the Ordinary High Spreadability Fluid Primer. Same thing. I tried to use this product and it smelled really bad. As soon as I opened it, it had like a scent to it. It just doesn't smell very fresh. I don't know if it always smelled like this, but I feel like it didn't. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of this guy as well. I do have a couple brushes and some sponges, like makeup sponges. I have like 2 contour brushes, one by e.l.f. and one by Crown. I don't need contour brushes like this. I have a lot in my collection, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of these. I have some eye brushes. These are actually the same shape. One is by Real Technique and one is Luxie. I don't reach for brushes like this, so I'm going to go ahead and pass these on as well. I do have this brush by BH Cosmetics. I don't know exactly what it's intended for. It's maybe like a highlighting brush, like maybe. But I don't reach for a brush like this. Again, I'm going to go ahead and pass it on. I have an eyeshadow brush. This is by Wet n Wild. And I do have like 2 or 3 more of these. So I figured I don't really need so many. I'm going to go ahead and pass one on. And then I have this brush by Ulta. Supposed to be a blush brush. I don't really reach for it. It's so flimsy. I don't really need it. I'm gonna go ahead and pass this one on as well. Some of this stuff, like these brushes, I can sanitize and actually send to Project Beauty Share. So that's what I'll be doing with them. But the stuff that have expired, or like the liquid lipsticks, I cannot do that. I'm just gonna go ahead and pass them on to either one of my friends or family, or just recycle them. And then the last 2 products that are declutters are these sponges by, I think this is from Rite Aid, and this from AOA Studio. They're very dense. They're not very easy, like they're not very bouncy. They do not blend. This doesn't blend the concealer very well. This doesn't blend the foundation very well. I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of these as well. That's it for my empties and declutters for the month of January. If you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. Let me know in the comments below what products did you finish and you enjoyed and you would repurchase, or what products did you declutter from your collection. I would love to hear from you. Please subscribe, and I'll see you on my next one. Bye!